Today we're working on the Whirlpool washer. The hinge has broken. There's this arm that's part of the hinge assembly. Seems to be made out of pot metal, kind of designed, unfortunately, to fail in my opinion. It's supposed to be on this pin. So we're going to remove this and replace it with an aftermarket hinge. Okay, we're going to remove this hinge, which actually will end up removing the door. There are two screws, one top, one bottom, and they are a Torx 20. So I've got my Torx 20 screwdriver. Okay, that's the bottom screw out. Actually, I think this hinge has, little tabs, so it's actually not going to fall off on its own. Going to have to lift up on it, and then we're detached. Okay, so I've moved out of the laundry room. I needed a little more space to operate and better lighting. So here's the door. The old hinge is attached. I've got my replacement part, and I'll give more information on that in a moment. I've got my Torx 20 screwdriver, and I've got 8 screws around the perimeter of this plastic frame, and then there are 4 screws that look to be what hold the door to the actual hinge. They're actually pretty tight, so just something to keep in mind. I may actually go and get a bit for my drill so I can move along a little faster, but I'm going to try and keep these in the order I take them off. Okay, I probably didn't need to remove all of the screws around the perimeter because it seems that I can get this old hinge out just like that. So now we're just going to compare the old versus the replacement, and then I'm going to pop it in there. So right off the bat, I'm seeing just in the shape of the actual casting, it's a little bit different. This arc is a little bit different. Hopefully these are in the same place. Where it actually mounts to the machine looks pretty much the same. I think it's going to be compatible, but it's not identical to the factory part. So, but it's a lot cheaper, and frankly the factory part broke, so I'm not super satisfied with the quality of the factory part. So as long as this lines up and fits in there, we should be happy. So got it in there. Okay, so just looking down into these holes, I think it's going to line up just fine. So I'm going to get those screws in first. Okay, so one small problem is that the Torx screws that held the old hinge in place don't go very easily into these holes. And ideally, if I had probably the right metric tap, I could chase these threads and make everything right. What I have done is kind of gently force these in, run them out, and I think open them up without really cross-threading the screw. And it's going to take a little more effort to get the screws in, but I think we should still be okay. But I did want to point that out. These are not fitting quite like the factory ones. biting, so that's good. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. Alright, so I got that one in and it's nice and snug. So I'm going to repeat on the other 3. I think we're going to be just alright. Okay, feels like this one's biting also. And there, it's snug. I think this is going to be okay. Alright, so our new hinge is in place. Seems to be operating pretty nice. Okay, now is the moment of truth. We just need to get this hinge, these hooks to drop in place here. Gotta get the door in the right position. Alright, we're on. Just need to get these top and bottom screws in, get the right angle in here. You can see that snugging up. Let's come down to this lower one. So you can see we've got the new hinge in place, which has this arm. Beautiful. Alright, that's a wrap. I hope this helps you. I hope if you're facing the same situation, you don't call a repair person, you order the part. I'll leave a link in the description below. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments if they're helpful, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Alright, we're back in business.